What is going on, YouTube and weight loss warriors? It's your boy C-Dub, and I'm back with another video. And today I want to talk about what I've learned walking 10,000 steps every single day for an entire year. And I'm going to bring you that information right after this. What is happening? If you are new to my channel, my name is C-Dub, and I lost 125 pounds eating just one meal a day. And this channel brings you tips and tricks to help you along the way in your weight loss journey. Thank you for clicking on this video, and I hope that you become a subscriber and a weight loss warrior. And to all of my weight loss warriors, you know your boy loves you. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for being a part of this community, and thank you for helping this channel grow. So the reason you clicked on this video today is simply you want to find out what I've learned in the course of a year walking every single day. And here's kind of how that story began. Last year, Halloween had just happened, and it was November 1st. And November 1st, there was a Pokemon Go event which required you to raid these bosses that were on gyms. Long story short, you had to do a lot of walking. And generally when those events happened, I took my car with my wife and we would drive around and we would do these events. And this event, I decided I wanted to walk. I remember in that moment in my weight loss journey, I was getting in good shape, I was feeling better, and I just felt like it was a nice day. I might as well get a walk in. So we walked the entire 3-hour event. And I remember getting home and just looking through my phone and seeing that there was an app that tracked your steps and that I had walked over 10,000 steps that day. I don't remember exactly. But in the process of doing that, I was like, okay, you know, I did 10,000 steps. I've never done that before. I never one time. And I was scrolling back through my phone. It was the first day I discovered that I could track my steps. So my phone had tracked my steps since the beginning of time, pretty much. I went back years, and I never hit 10,000, not a single time. The most I'd ever gotten was 6. So I said, wow, I did 10 and I feel good about it. I'm going to do 10 tomorrow. So I got up and I did 10 the next day. Probably a weekend, I had hit 10 every single day, and I increased it to around 15, and I've kind of been cruising at 15,000 steps every day, at least on average. There are days that I've hit well over that, and there are days that I'm, 13, 11, 10, or whatever the case is. And it varies. The most steps I've done so far in the last year since I started was 38,000 steps, and that was in January during my wrestling tournament that I host. I was killing it. I probably got the second most steps yesterday, which is going to be an important part and topic of this video. So what did I learn in a year? That is just such an interesting question. And the first thing is going to start with don't overdo it. And why did I start there? Because yesterday I overdid it. So yesterday, again, Pokemon had an event and it was an 8-hour window. So I decided I was going to go out with some young bucks and play this game, and we were going to walk till I didn't feel like walking anymore. And I did the entire 8-hour event. We walked all over Williamsburg, and I plugged in about 30,000 steps yesterday. I walked something like 12 or 13 miles, and I am exhausted today. Just gritting through to get 10,000 steps has been a nightmare, but I got it done. Your boy got it done. So the one thing that I would say is if you overdo it, you pay the price on the next day or two, and it makes it difficult to reach your goals. So don't overdo it. The number 2 thing that I learned is that if you walk fasted, it helps you get rid of hunger. So if you're feeling that hunger coming in and you get up and you go on a walk, the hunger goes away. But not only that, but you just feel your body working again. You get the blood flowing and your mind goes away from food. So for me, it's huge to know that, okay, I'm having a little bit of hunger, I'm bored, I'm sitting around the house, it's a weekend or a day that I didn't have to work. The best thing to do is to go hit the pavement for 30 minutes or an hour. You come back just feeling so much better about it. Number 3 thing I've learned is that walking really is the best exercise. And I know that people are going to say, oh, come on, C-Dub, man, you can go out and you can get your weightlifting in. You can go out and you can get your cardio in. Definitely yoga, you know, and whatever the course is, the sports you play, the things you do, all of it's good exercise. But ultimately, the payback that you get for the effort you have to put in is just better with walking. If you go run, sure, you're going to get a better heart rate going. Your body's going to get some great results from that. You're going to burn more calories than you will walking. But over the course of time, your body's going to pay for it more. So walking stands to be something that doesn't injure you, that you don't feel bad unless you do 30,000 steps like I did yesterday. I don't know what I was thinking. But generally, if you walk and you walk a good distance, you can do it for a lot longer and you can get great results from it. It is shown that cardiovascular-wise, walking is no different than running, that your heart's going to get just as strong from walking. You're going to be able to burn calories still, and it's going to do better things for your body as far as pain-wise. It's not going to put you in as big a problem as something like running or weightlifting or something like that will. So ultimately, over the course of time, walking it day in and day out is definitely the way to go. Plus, it burns fat, which is huge, guys. When you're walking and you're keeping a pace that is good, you're going to burn more fat. And I didn't make this a standalone part of this video, but it's something that I want to mention too, is you got to keep a good pace while walking. If you're going to walk and talk and you're going to do it for a long period of time, and say you walk for an hour, but you only did like 5,000 steps, that's not really exercise. You got to get that walking going so that your heart rate is moving. And if you can get that going, the impact is going to be minimal and the results are going to be great. Number four, guys, small changes make a big impact. And you can say, well, how did walking teach you that? Well, walking 10,000 steps was a small change. And then making it 15,000 steps was a small change. But they helped me break through a plateau. They put me in a good situation in losing weight. And it really ultimately, just doing one small thing, impacted my life in ways I can't even comprehend through this camera. Walking has done so many great small time things, but it was a little change. Just adding a half an hour walk to your lunch break, or a half an hour walk in the morning, a half an hour walk after dinner, any one of those things is going to impact you greatly, and you're going to feel better because of it. And if you can do all of them and add 3 half-an-hour walks or an hour and a half big walk in there, that is just huge. I'm going to tell you guys now that I split my walking up during the week. I do 40 in the morning, I do 30 at lunch, and I do 45 after school, and I get through all 15,000 steps in that period of time. But on the weekends, I go on big, long, hour and a half, 2-hour walks. I enjoy them. They're a great time. I think you should give it a try. Number 5. Number 5 is the thing that I want to stress the most when I sat down to write down this list and make this video for you guys, is simply it allows you to organize your thoughts and clear your head and relieve your stress. I know that you may not believe that, but if you get walking and you do it on a consistent basis, day in and day out, you get the alone time that all of us need to go through our thoughts. When you're around people all the time, whether you love them or not, whether it's job, whether it's coworkers, it gets cloudy. And when you wake up in the morning and you're getting your kids on the bus, or you're getting them out the door, and then you're going to work and you're surrounded at all times with people, and then you go home and your kids are getting off the bus and you're going through that and hanging out with your spouse, and then it's bedtime and you're going to bed and you're repeating the cycle, it really wears on you mentally and stresses you out over time. But if you have some alone time, some time that is just for you, and just for you to clear your head, get yourself into a place where you can go through your thoughts, be able to plan your week, be able to plan the things you want to be able to do, and clear your mind of stuff, you're going to find that everything else gets a little bit better. Your work's going to get a little bit better. Your being a parent's going to get a little bit better if you are one, and you're going to be better to the people you love in your life, whether that be spouses or just regular family members. It doesn't matter. You're going to be better because you're going to feel better about it, and that happens when you have some alone time and you're able to clear your thoughts. So I walked every single day for a year. And those are the things that I learned. But I also want to stress one other thing to you, that I'm an evolving person too, and I decided to start a new challenge. So November 1st was the first day that I walked last year, and I did not miss a single day for 365. So as you watch this video, I'm pushing 370 days of walking, and I still am not going to stop. I'm going to walk every day this year, hopefully too. The other thing that I want to add though is I now started a challenge of push-ups. So I am doing a set of push-ups every single day. And you say, well, a set of push-ups, who cares, right? Well, I'm going to get down and do as many push-ups as I possibly can every single day for an entire year. And if I have the flu one day and I can only do one push-up, that's fine. I'm going to get up and I'm going to commit to doing that push-up. I've done it already for the 2 days of November. I'm looking forward to seeing how the rest of the year goes. Of course, when the year's over with, I'll do a starting video of what I did when I started and how I am today and the differences it made and what I learned from that experience. So I think adding in a small change like one set of push-ups, who can't do that? But it's going to be interesting to see how many more push-ups I'm doing at the end of the year than I was at the beginning of the year, and if it has affected or changed my body at all. I can tell you guys now, after doing it for 2 days, my chest is sore. So it is doing something. So we'll see where it goes. Small changes make a big impact. Remember that. I hope you enjoyed the video. My face, it's popping up right there. Click on it and subscribe. It's free, and the information I give you is priceless. The tips and tricks are going to help you on your journey. All you got to do is click on my face and subscribe, and then stay on my channel to help this channel grow so I can get this information out to more people. I appreciate you all. I'll talk to you on the next one. Peace.